Miracle evening, everyone. So, today we are going to continue with the chapter same we did it last time. So, we were studying about nouns. Yes. So, in detail, we are going to understand nouns. But before that, I would like you to revise what is exactly a noun. As I said, noun is the naming word. So, whenever we can name anything, any person, any object, we refer it as a noun. So, simple definition, noun is a naming word. Anybody, anything gets a name, you can call out with a name, it is categorized as a noun. So, noun can be divided into two types. So, the first one is common noun and the second one is proper noun. So, when I say common noun is exactly any common name given. Any common name given to a person, to an object. Right? And when I say a proper noun, proper noun is anything which is properly referred. If I have given a proper name, suppose I say mountain, and mountain, if I had given a proper name to a mountain, I say Mount Everest, so it becomes a proper noun. Right? So proper noun are always written in capital letters. Proper noun is sometimes common nouns also. Yes, common noun. So he was the luckman of his age. So luckman is wisest man. So the common person given a proper name. Suppose I have a quality of being very careful, very caring, very humble, very polite. So the sentence can be framed as she is or Rekha is the Teresa, right? Teresa, Mother Teresa, you have heard? So you can say Rekha is the Mother Teresa of her time. Or if I come in group and join a protest, fine, a silent protest, wherein I am actually using the same tool which Gandhiji used, ahimsa. So if I say she or he is the Gandhi, so a common person has been given a proper name. So you can understand it very clearly. A common name can be a proper noun also. Clear? So now, next type of noun. When I talk about the next type of noun, the next type of noun is a collective noun. Now, what is collective noun? Any group, any collection. Okay. Collective noun is the number. It is the, I'll just simply write, when I say collective noun. So what is this collective noun? Collective noun is the collection. Okay. It could be a collection of common noun. It could be a collection of abstract noun. It could be a collection of person. It could be a collection of things taken together. Right. When it is taken as one, it becomes a collection. And collective noun is always taken as a singular. Right? It is always and always taken as a singular. Remember, whenever you are talking about a collective noun, I'll give you the example of crowd. If I say crowd, so although there are many people in it, but crowd refers to one, we call it the collection of people. Same way, if I say class. If I say class, so class includes a number of students. Army includes the number of soldiers. Same way, collective nouns, when a collection is at one place, it could be like, if I say many flowers together forms a bouquet. Okay, forms a bunch. So again, it is what? It is collective noun. So don't get confused between collection. Collection is only one, but the things included in it are many. So if I say flowers, it is okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 flowers. But if I say bouquet of flowers, so bouquet becomes one. In the same way, when I say bouquets of flowers, so bouquets also are many, flowers also are many, so bouquets many. But if I say a bouquet, right? So it is what exactly? It is a collection. So don't get confused. It is one. Person is one, but people, again, many persons together form people. Okay, it's a plural then. Plural, not one. Right? Now, next, when I talk about abstract noun, what is abstract noun exactly? Abstract. Abstract is what? I can just feel it. I can name it. Honesty, truthfulness, politeness, boyhood, livelihood. These are all abstract nouns. Abstract nouns can be formed from adjectives, right? Adjectives like quality. Quality, when I talk about, I say goodness. Yes, I say badness, I say kindness, I say darkness, I say hardness, I say brightness. So the qualities, if I'm talking, qualities when I'm talking, it is abstract noun. When I talk about brightness, when I talk about honesty, when I talk about wisdom, I talk about bravery, it is a quality. So abstract nouns can be formed by adjectives also. Abstract nouns can be formed from verbs also. They can be formed from verbs also. Now what are verbs? Verbs are the action words. Okay, when I say obedience, how it is formed? If I talk about this word obedience, how it is formed? It is formed by the word obey. So obey is a word, and obedience, obey, you are obeying somebody or someone, right? And when I say obedience comes under the category of noun. It becomes an abstract noun. Then next example, you can say growth. So growth is another example. Fine. This growth, when I say, so growth has come from which word? It has come from GROW. Grow. So grow is action when we grow. And growth is a noun. And noun, what type of noun? Abstract noun. Then next, if I say common nouns, it can be formed by common nouns also. So the third category via which the abstract nouns can be formed are common nouns. Now common noun, you can take any common noun. Like if I say child, fine. And from this, when I make childhood, it becomes abstract noun. Okay. When I say priest is a noun. Okay, a common noun. And if I make from priest, when I make priesthood, it becomes abstract noun. Okay, from from slave, I make slavery. From slave, I make slavery. So it is also abstract noun. Okay, so slave is again a word. It is a noun. And when I make slavery out of it, it is a it is an abstract noun. Okay, moving further, we will talk about two more types of noun. The first is your countable noun, and the second one, uncountable noun. Okay, countable, I can count. Okay, can you count stars? Yes, on your top, on the head, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, but not all. So they come under the category of uncountable nouns. But you can count my fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can count. So they are, and they are countable. Fine. So the things which you can count come under the category of countable nouns, which you cannot count, can't count. Okay, they come under the category of uncountable nouns. Right? Okay. So if I say sugar, tell me, can you count? No. So sugar cannot be counted, but yes, crystals. If they are broad in size, sugar packets you can count. You cannot count sugar. It is a quantity. So uncountable noun cannot be counted. Milk cannot be counted. Okay. But if I say 1 liter of milk, 2 liter of milk. So 1, 2, again you can count. Right? So hope countable and uncountable noun is also clear. Now next what to study? Next we will study about the noun's gender. Okay, a very deep, very interesting topic. So nouns, if I talk about gender, they are divided into two. So first one is we talk about feminine. Sorry, feminine. Feminine. Okay, feminine. When I talk about this feminine, feminine has a quality of female. And the second one I talk about is masculine. Masculine. Okay. So masculine, when I talk about any male qualities, something which carries a female quality, feminine, something which carries a male quality, masculine. So a noun that denotes either a male or a female. Fine, it could be a male or a female. Then it comes under the category of, yes, those who know, they can just relate which kind of gender. It could be a common gender if it is not having any of the male or female qualities. So it would be neuter. But when I talk about, it could be a quality of male or a female, then we can say it is a common gender. So a noun that denotes either a male or a female, right? It comes under the category of common gender. But a noun that denotes a thing that is neither male nor female, it comes under the category, means things without life, they come under the category of neuter gender. Neuter. Okay, I repeat once again, a noun that denotes a male animal is said to be a masculine gender, right? And male qualities, masculine gender, female qualities, feminine gender. If it has a noun, if it denotes either a male or a female, it is common. If I say a noun that denotes the things that is neither male nor a female, things without life, it is said to be neuter gender. Neuter is, you can say, yes, the book is neuter gender. Okay. Then I can say pen is a neuter gender. I can say room is a neuter gender. So things without life, they are neuter gender. Okay. Fine. Now, many things are there. Objects, when I talk about some objects, they are without life. When they are without life, they are often personified. You must have read, like lion, when the poet uses in many of the poems, when the poet uses, he has the courage. Fine, he is using for animal a personified character sketch. So personification, we say that it has been personified. That is, it is spoken as if they were living, as if they were living. That means they are personified. The qualities are used as a person has. Okay, many times it happens with animals too. Okay, even when I say sun, okay, so he is fearful. Although with sun we use it, but sometimes the poet uses poetic license and then he uses he for sun even. So objects can be personified, and you can many a times you can see that they have he or she as a quality. For rivers, we can just simply see that yes, she is used for, so for the seas we use she. So it is just a use of language wherein we are personifying the objects, living or non-living, right? Then we will actually now learn the ways. What we will learn now? The ways. Ways of what? Ways of forming. Ways of forming feminine. Ways of forming feminine. Yes, there are certain rules. Now be very careful in understanding these rules. How to actually change these rules, right? How to actually change from a masculine gender to a feminine gender. So when I say the first is like simply by using entirely different word. Using entirely different word. Okay, means there is no connection. We are simply using the word. We are simply using the word. Okay, entirely different word. If I say boy, the feminine would be girl, right? If I say horse, the feminine would be mare. If I say buck, the feminine would be doe. If I say bull, the feminine would be cow. So this is, it doesn't have any rule, right? But Again, a separately entirely different word we are using. So from masculine to feminine, the first one we can say, yes, entirely different word we are using and it is changed into a masculine. From masculine, it is changed into a feminine gender. Cock, hen. I can give you the example. I'll read it some. Cock, hen, daddy, mummy, dog, bitch, hen, rake, duck, father, mother, gentleman, lady. Okay, so these are some of the words which don't have any rule. Simply we are changing. Now, by adding a syllable, when we are adding certain syllables. Now, how do we say these syllables? We add some words like at the end, right? E double S. You can just simply note it down. Adding E double S, I N E. Okay, I can add T R I X tricks. I can add at the end. I can add E T C also, and this is giving us a new word. I'll give you the example. Author. Okay, in author, if I use e double s, okay, what I'll do, I'll write author and I'll put e double s, author, and I'll write authoress, right? So author and authoress, I'm using the word E double S, adding the suffix, a syllable at the end, I'm using it, and then it changes the gender. If I say count, countess, same way. I say giant, it could be giantess, here, heiress, then Jew, Jewess, lion, lioness, manager, manageress, mayor, mayoress, many are there. These are the words which you can add. Next, in the following E double S, fine. If I have added E double S, it is added after dropping the vowel. What we are doing, the few more examples are there. If I drop this O, as you can see, A-U-T-H-O-R, I'm not talking about this word, but I'm saying if I drop this O, like if I say actor, some words are there, actor has a O. If I drop this O, okay, I'm dropping the vowel, okay, and making it A-C-T-R-E-S-S. We'll provide you the list, you can just simply learn. Then we have conductor, again O is removed, and conductress you can make, hunter, huntress, by dropping O. Another rule is by dropping O. The first one was by adding E-double-S. The second one is by dropping O. O, the vowel we are dropping. Okay. Prince, princess. You must have heard this, very easy. Prince, princess. Okay. So we are dropping few of the vowels. We are dropping the vowels and we are using a new word by adding E-double-S. The next, the suffix E-double-S is common suffix, fine. And the nouns are formed only one, fine, one, which we now use forming a new feminine noun like hero. Now we are not dropping anything. We are simply using the word same, hero, and we are adding some another suffix ine. So as I said, first one was ESS. Now we are using ine. So hero, I add ine, it becomes a heroine. Then I say the next is Zar. Fine. I will add simply Zarina. Czarina. Some of the words are there. You have to remember. This is just simply, you have to learn the words. There is no rule behind them, but you have to learn. So whenever the test is there, you can have simply a list of the words. We'll be just giving you the list. You can simply learn. Now the second is how to change the noun number. Noun number means if I'm having one thing, I can make it a plural. So singular can be changed into plural. Singular noun, if I say girl, simple. If I say girl, so and I add in girl, I add girls. I make it GIR ls by simply adding s. Okay, again as we talked about the feminine and masculine, there was no rule. Simply we said ox and like oxen. Again, there is no rule. It is just simply a new word is formed, completely new word is formed. But some rules, if I say the plural, The plural noun is generally formed by adding first. Rule says that it s is to be added. As I said, boy, boys, girl, girls, teacher, teachers, book, books. The first rule is by adding s. Okay? Cow, cows. The second rule, if very important major rule, I'll just tell you. If your noun is ending with s, if your noun is ending with sh, if your noun is ending with ch, okay, what did I say? S, sh, and ch. If your noun is ending with s, sh, ch, another one o, okay, o. Next, if I say es is also there. In this rule, es also we will include. So what happens, like if I say class, you can just pay attention to this rule. Very easy rule. CLASS, class. Class ends with S. What I'll add? If it is ending with S, I will add ES. So it becomes classes. Okay. Then the second, if I say all these words, remember all these S, SH, CH, O, ES. Okay. So if I say brush, how is it ending? Brush is ending with SH. So what I'm going to add? I'm going to add ES. So brushes. Then second, I say one more, branch. How it is ending? BRANCH, branch. So I'll add ES to it. It becomes brushes, it becomes branches. Okay. So when the word ends with sh, ch, es, os, and es. So if I say x, ox also. X I forgot. Okay. X also. So ox gives us oxen, but box gives us, exceptions are always there. Box, box, boxes. Okay. So this oxen is an exception. You can just ignore this. But when the words end with, I again say s, sh, ch, x, and o, es. How we are going to change? We are going to just simply put es at the end. I had given you many examples. What are the example? Class, classes, brush, brushes, branch, branches, kiss, kisses, match, matches, text, texts, dish, dishes. Just check they are having sh or ch, x, o, es at the end. So just simply what you have to put? Es. Right? Now next, the words ending with o. O. Again the same. O. We have to add what? If the word is ending with o, if the word is ending with o, I say mango. It is ending with O. So I will add mangoes. Simple. Okay. So if I say cargo, ending with cargo, ending with O. So it will become cargoes. Cargos. Right. I say hero, ending with O. Heroes. Okay. So again, this is simple rule. Potato, potatoes. Buffalo, buffaloes. Volcano, volcanoes. Few ending with O. Next, nouns ending in Y. This is again very great rule. Just simply understand nouns ending with Y. Y. I say city. 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 Okay. City is ending with CITY. This Y plays a major role. Now see this Y very carefully. This Y, when it has a consonant, we change it into Y is dropped, and after the consonant we add IES. After the consonant we add IES. So how we'll write? CITIE E S. Cities. What I did? I just observed Y. I just observed Y. I dropped. What I did? Dropped. I dropped Y. Hata diya. I dropped Y. Right? I dropped Y and what I added? I added IES. But, if I have a vowel before a Y, you can see this. This is a vowel. Okay? BOY, boy. So I will not replace Y. I will keep Y as it is. So the rule is simple. If I'll give more example. If I say BABY, what is B BABY? Baby. So this is Y, and just before Y there is B. This B, you have to make sure that it is a vowel or a consonant. I think it is a consonant. So if it is a consonant, you will just remove this Y and you will add IES. So what will the word become? BABIES. Hope it is clear. Okay. So this is simple rule. But if I say LADY, LADY. Now observe the pattern. LADY, lady. This Y. Okay. And what is this? What is this, consonant or vowel? It is a consonant. So what I'll do? I'll cross this Y and I'll put LADIES. Simple. I have added IES into it. Okay. Then next, army. The same story. Fine. Army. If I say army, if I say story, just observe the pattern. कि Y से पहले what is there? R and M. Both are consonants. When these both are consonants, we are just removing Y. Y is cancelled and we are saying STORIES. Stories. Okay? Right? Armies. Now next word. Next word is KEY. 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 So this is a Y. I told you to observe what is just before Y. It is E. Okay, and E is a vowel. When E is a vowel, I will not remove. Okay, I will write KEYS. Okay, so just check it and don't make mistake in the examination. Right? Same I make with F. Now the rule for F. F. Understand this F very clearly. When the word ends with F or FE. When the word ends with F or FE. Okay? THIEF. Thief. And I say KNIFE. Knife. So what are the words? F and FE at the end. What are these two words? F and FE. So when F and FE are there, what I'll add? I'll just simply see THI. What I'll add? VES. What I'll add? VES. THIEVES. Same spelling. As Y we were removing, same way we have to remove this F and we are using VES. Same way KNI. What I'm removing? FE and I'm writing KNIVES. Knives. Okay. So when the word ends with F and FE, F and FE, F and FE are removed and we have to simply put VES. LIFE, life. I'll make lives. Okay. Another example, LOAF, loaf. I'll write LOAVES. Okay. VES. We are simply adding VES. HALF, half. we are adding HALVES. Okay. LEAF, leaf, we are adding we are adding LEAVES. VES. What simple rule? VES. This VES is added. Okay. WOLF, wolf. WOLF, F is removed and VES. WOLF, wolf. WOLVES. Okay. Hope this rule is clear. I'll just simply revise. I'll simply revise the rule of Y and F. Okay. Once again, I'm going to revise. When it is Y, if a Y, the word is ending with Y, if the word is ending with Y and carries a consonant before it, Y is dropped, and we are just simply adding IES. When a vowel is there, we are not dropping Y, we are just simply using this Y but adding S. Okay, we are adding S. If Y has a consonant before this, we are removing the Y, we are dropping the Y and we are adding what we are adding? IES. And if there is a vowel, we are not dropping, we are not removing Y, we are simply adding a S. And in F, if the word is ending with F or FE, so we are what we are doing? We are dropping F, we are removing FE and F, and we are using VES. The simple rule is this. We will read more rules tomorrow. So understand, because it needs a detailed understanding. Let's learn very clearly. And if you are able to understand, do try it on your own. These rules are really simple if taken care. So all the best when you are appearing next time in your examination and your teacher gives you an exam about changing from singular to plural. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.